Hi, it's me again. I thought I'd make another video about just about the guitar for those that are interested. It's a National resonator guitar, but it's a modern one, not a vintage one. The original company went out of business and a new company came along much later, bought their patents and their trademarks and retooled to create these resonator instruments all over again, and they got the help of an enthusiast who had collected many of them. So this model is I got in 2003. It was my 50th birthday present from my wife. It's a National Polychrome Tricone resonator. The polychrome part is the finish. It's this kind of crinkly finish on the guitar. It's a metal body guitar with a wooden neck. The tricone, there's three small resonators here inside the body. The one I played the other day, the Trionian, confusingly enough, had one large resonator. It has a much louder and punchier sound. The Tricone has a much gentler sound. It's still quite loud, but it has a lot more sustain and has a gentler sound. My wife really likes the tone of this guitar. It came set up for standard playing. You could play it like a regular guitar, but I converted it. I put a nut extender on it, which raises the strings off the frets, and that allows me to play it on my lap as a slide guitar. And I use this chrome steel bar in my left hand to make the notes and chords as I play. The tuning of this guitar is a little unconventional as well. I've tuned it to something called C6 tuning, which is borrowed from the Hawaiian lap steel guitar players. And the way that works is the bottom three strings are a C chord, and the higher three strings are an A minor chord. If you play them together, you get something called a C6 chord. There's an A note that shouldn't be there, and that makes it a C6 chord. I learned that from somebody, and there was very little instruction on it, so I had to learn how to play it myself. I had to figure out the right strings to put on it to tune it that way, because you can't just buy strings for this guitar with that tuning. So I had to buy individual strings and tune it to that chord, and then I had to learn how to play it. I did find a few things in C6 tuning, but in order to learn how to play it, I wrote my own song, and that song was Nova Hula, and that helped me learn how to play. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to the National Resophonic Guitar Company so you can learn more about their guitars. I'm not on the payroll. I just really like their guitars and I like to talk about them. So if you're interested in that company and more about these guitars, you can follow that link. Thanks for tuning in.